In this lesson, we'll automate a weekly report to be sent to your email. Before we get started, a couple of disclaimers. The GFChart documentation on scheduled notifications notes that the WordPress scheduling feature is not always accurate. So they recommend using a plugin like SetCronJob, and there's a link to that plugin down below, if your site host does not offer a more accurate scheduling feature. In addition, they note that Gravity Forms delivery can sometimes require some fine-tuning to make sure it makes it into your inbox. So they recommend the Gravity Forms troubleshooting advice, which is also linked down below to help sort this out. So with those disclaimers out of the way, let's dive in. You should already have installed the Scheduled Notifications add-on in the previous lesson. If you haven't done that yet, do that now. To set up the weekly report, we'll start by creating a new form. We're only going to be using the notifications feature of this form, but in order for it to be a valid form, it has to have at least one field saved in it. So I've created just a single line text field. I haven't even given it a name, but now I have my one field here. You can click to save the form, and now you've got a valid form that you can work with. So once that's done, we'll go to the notification settings, and we'll edit the admin notification. So first I'm going to change the name of this notification to be Weekly Conference Email. You can choose to send to the admin email, or you could insert a different email address in here. You should use your email address at least while you're testing the form. Then you can come back and change this if it needs to be sent to someone else. You can fill in the next few fields to meet your needs. In the message field, we're going to copy and paste the GFChart shortcode for each of the charts you'd like to include in the weekly email, along with any other information you'd like to include in the email. So let's copy our first shortcode here, and then I'm going to delete the all fields and first give a little introduction. Why is this email being sent? Here is the latest report from your form submissions. Then I'm going to say conference registrations by week and bold that, and then put in the shortcode. Then I'll go on to say conference registrations by registration type. Bold that, and then go grab that shortcode. And then I'll do the same for the next two. And finally, I want to just add some information that says why this, or where this email came from, and how to change the contents if you'd like. Let's click Update Notification so we can do a test run and see what that looks like. So let's preview the form. Just put anything that you'd like in there and hit submit. And then you can check your email, which now shows your reports. You can go back into the charts and tweak the sizing or the information that's displayed on those, or you could go back into the email and change anything there that you'd like. Now that the email's set up and tested, we've made any modifications that we want, now it's time to automate the delivery. So let's go back to the notification that we were working on, and down here at the bottom you'll see notification schedule. Check the box next to set a schedule to send notification. You have the options of day, week, or month. We're going to use an additional plugin that will allow us to refine this even further. So I'll just choose week for now, but we'll be able to override that with our other plugin. We'll click Update Notification. Now, if we do nothing more, you'll receive the email that we just tested with updated statistics each week on this same day and time. So to fine-tune the scheduling of this delivery and also to test the delivery without having to wait a week between each test, let's continue to the next step. So first we want to ensure that our WordPress install is set to the proper time zone. So let's go into Settings and General over in the Admin menu. Scroll down here to Time Zone. So if you click into the drop-down box, you've got like hundreds of options here. You'll see at the bottom you've got UTC offsets. Note that if you are in an area that observes daylight savings time, you're better off choosing a city because then the time will automatically switch during daylight savings time. Once you've got that set to the proper time zone, click on Save Changes. And then we're going to install a new plugin that will help us with the timing of the delivery. So search for WP Control. I already have it installed, but this is what you're looking for. So once you find that, click Install Now, and then activate it, and you'll be ready for the next step. So once you've installed that, you'll want to go back to your form and submit a test entry. And then go to the admin menu, go to Tools, and select Cron Events. Toward the bottom of the list, you'll find your GF chart, scheduled notification, and this is the one that we just submitted because it's scheduled to go again in 6 days and 23 hours. So if you hover over the item, you'll see the option to edit, run now, or delete. You can choose run now anytime you'd like to accelerate your testing, and that will send the email right away. If you want to change the schedule of the delivery, click on edit. So you can set it for the next run to run on a specific date at a specific time. And you can also change the interval that it sends out the notification. And this will override what you've set up in the form notification settings. Now that you've got your scheduled notification tested and tweaked, let's continue on to the next lesson and learn how to style your reports in a PDF.